Welcome everybody to Catfish Weekly along with Chad and Josh. I'm Lyle, and boys, I hope Danny's fishing for saltwater catfish.
Danny
him.
should be along. Danny should be along before too long here, but unless the weather changes, I think he might be inside in the dry. He sent me a message just a few minutes ago, said it was raining, and you know Danny, the rain does not bother Danny Stone.
It'd have to be really pouring down.
But he said it was very fierce lightning, and so
Yeah.
especially fishing with his granddaughter Koda, there's no reason to go hang out in the lightning. But
I
he
got you.
said he'd be along to talk saltwater fishing with us today, and here just a little bit. And he was live a bit earlier this morning and talking about he'd been catching some hardhead cats and stuff. So
Cool. I'm anxious to hear about that.
Did you say Lyle Stoke cats or
that's what I was going to say. We're going to rename them Lyle cats.
Stop it.
Lyle cats? I like that.
Stop it.
Sounds about right.
It was raining so hard here a while ago that it was like a river running down the street. I couldn't believe it.
Oh wow, they give you PTSD from that one time?
No. That one time at band camp?
No, that one time when you guys had to get on that boat, get all those animals.
You remember when the Great Flood happened?
Stop it. Stop it. Wow. No respect. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. Huh?
I said, what would you do without us?
I don't know. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. We get any tournament results this week, Chadwick?
I was actually just looking. I do not see any for this week.
Maybe they had a timeout.
Let me go back down and make sure I didn't miss some from before. But no, I am not seeing anything recently from anybody. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh. But while we sit here and wait for Methuselah's brother, Father Time, yes, you are Methuselah.
Stop it.
Let's go ahead and say hey to Mr. Mike Sampy, Joshua Parham, John Patrick Jr., Greg Burgess, Old Boys Outdoors, Dave Funk, member Catfish and Crappie. I don't know what that says. Ho Cutie, Hello Cutie, Lyle. It's Ho Cutie.
I'm pretty sure you're not reading that right.
Can you read it?
No, I've tried.
Hello, Cutie Lyle.
Hello, Cutie Lyle, and Josh and Chad.
Yeah, he's sucking up because he's trying to keep his spot on Panfish Nation.
Yeah, apparently. We got Donald Long, Joe Buck 66, Mark Barnum, Mad Catter Catfishing, Parker Pursuits, long time no talk there, Parker. Lance McCoo Catch Fish with Us, Jeff Beal, Rowdy Royal, MI6, so like Mike Irvin, what's up, buddy? Sean Abney.
Man, are you about done?
Mm-hmm.
Sean Abney, I have known for a long time. I met him and his wife at a Monsters on the Ohio tournament several years ago. What great folks they are.
Let me see. Yeah, I know Sean. I know of Sean. Sean's been hanging out with us for a long time.
Yep, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Look at this thing coming in the bottom. Thank you so much, Mark. We appreciate it. Happy 4th of July to you. 50 months.
He's been paying to be your friend for a long time.
That's not exactly how it works, but
I know that's his fee for being your friend.
What's that?
I said I know that's his fee for being your friend.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's not exactly true, but should I show these jigs?
Sure.
These are trailer jigs for catfish.
You got my address, right?
I do. Don't you have a fly tying kit?
No.
I've been watching some videos of guys who use these a lot, and I have not tried them. So I think it's worth a shot. It cost me a couple of hooks and a little bit of bucktail, which I have.
Yep.
So I'm anxious to give them a shot here and probably be doing it. One thing that I'm curious about, and I haven't really heard because I've been busy doing other things, but the catfish got to be about ready to come off the pond. They just got to be.
I can tell you they weren't yesterday.
They still on the nest.
They were somewhere where I wasn't. That's all I can tell you.
Hello, Danny.
That's okay, Danny. Make some more noise.
Danny don't know he's on screen yet, so there he goes.
What'd you say?
I didn't know it. Can you hear me?
Yep. How's it going, buddy?
Well, this isn't exactly what I had planned, guys, at all. Koda was going to be with me, but man, we've got lightning storms and everything like that, so I just drove down the beach here and jumped up in here on this little this wharf that we got here. I would love to go out there on the end of it. Unfortunately, it's barricaded off because yesterday some idiot got down the end and decided to build a fire on top of the boards down there at the end of the wharf. So they shut it down last night.
What? I can understand that.
The amount.
I don't know if they drunk or what, but they literally built a fire on top of wood.
That is why when you watch the news and you see a news story with the headline that starts with Florida man, you know the story's worth looking.
I'm guessing that them are probably Democrats.
I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, see, I thought you were in Florida.
I'm in Mississippi, buddy.
Get your
No. We're in Waveland, Mississippi.
Okay, of course. I tell you what, this morning I could have sworn you said you were at the Keys.
Catch fish.
Oh, no, you ain't never caught me that far south.
And the channels and flats are going on. Well, that's backwards what they do over here. Usually the channels go on first.
Yeah.
But, hey, this is a weird year.
It's all right. I'll tell you what.
I threw the net earlier. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I threw the cast net earlier, and some of the baits that we're using down here, of course, I know Josh can recognize that. That's a croaker right there.
A Kroger.
And we've got some small pinfish. These things that here, they call them pinfish for a reason. They'll stick you.
Huh.
Oh, I thought you.
We wound up with a few small ladyfish.
Oh, I thought he was naming them by like supermarkets, Kroger, Walmart.
Croaker. And I didn't know this, but there's gizzard shad in the saltwater.
Holy cow.
It shocked me too.
I didn't know they'd get out of
And of course, we're going to throw out a rod with I didn't think they would, but that's the thing. You've had a lot of rain down here, so it's went from brackish water to fresh water. It's mixing into the bay here or along the coast. And it's probably chased most of the major saltwater species have run further out. But being as this Catfish Weekly, because this is Catfish Weekly, we're going to try to catch catfish, but it's going to be one of the most hated and dreaded catfish there are out there. The pain in the butt, hard-head catfish. We're going to try to get one of those for you.
They say they are.
Before you come up, Danny, we said we have renamed that. That is now the Lyle cat.
That's some BS right
Oh, yeah,
there.
they're pain in the butt. Well, we'll try to see if we can't get one of them.
And I'm nothing but nice to you guys.
Now,
Even
is
you,
there
Chad.
Well, the only reason I'm picking on you is because they paid me.
I don't.
now,
That
is there
does not
no
surprise
Hellcats
me
like,
none.
let's move Danny over there a little bit bigger.
That does not surprise me none.
I'm wondering if he's got those sail cats down there like I've seen Creole catch.
Absolutely. I've caught 3 of them this week.
Oh, wow.
And I hate trying to cast from a pier. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh. How long you gotta or how long you gonna have that rain for, Danny?
I don't know. We've got some really bad stuff coming too. Like I said, Koda would have come with me. The rain's not a big deal sitting on this wharf. But
Yeah.
if you look at your radar right now, I've got a bad system heading at me with a lot of lightning. So we may be peeling out of here pretty quick.
Well, that might. You got to stay safe. So, wow, we've got stuff headed to us. I didn't even know.
Well, what I do and what I let the kids do are 2 different things.
That is very true.
I understand that.
Oh God. Alabama. Yeah, you got a little bit of pretty good little clip of stuff down there in the Gulf, Danny. Look like you're in a hurricane.
Oh yeah. That's never stopped me before.
You right now, I'm looking at the radar. You are basically smack in the middle of it. You ain't getting out of it anytime soon. It'll look like.
Nope.
Well, things happen.
Oh, but yeah, I finally got to go fishing yesterday after about a month. We couldn't find anything but bait. We found plenty of it.
That's good.
Well, I should say we found plenty of it halfway through the day in one throw.
That sounds about right.
And we caught about a 4 or 5 pound smallmouth in the net with all that stuff. It was buried under all those shad that I posted.
Did you take a picture of it?
No, we were trying to. It spent 45 minutes cleaning that net out, trying to get all those shad.
You had a ton of them in there.
There was a lot of shad and white bass in it.
You need to send me a link so I can see that.
Well, you have to subscribe to me first, Lyle.
Yeah.
I am subscribed to you.
Yeah, we bet.
What?
We bet you are.
Gotta be.
What? Shorts. Copy link. Where?
I am subscribed to you. I knew I was. Don't start that.
Uh-huh. I wish I would have had a cooler big enough to keep some of those and saved them up for the next couple months.
Well, if you, if you, was they big enough to freeze? You know.
Yeah, they were the big ones, the bigger ones.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't the monsters. They weren't the jumbos, but they were the good size ones.
Oh,
they were those like 10 inchers.
Ryan says Chad caught more bait yesterday than he's caught fish all year.
You're not wrong, honestly. I haven't fished hardly near enough this year. But I'm off for after today for the next week, so you never know. I might get to go out sometime or two.
That is nice. Chrissy Brown, welcome.
Greg Burkett says, no problem catching the hardhead cats down here this time of year. Some areas that is all you're going to get.
Yeah.
Miss Cindy Stokes.
Oh, they're definitely biting. They just stole 2 pieces of shrimp while we were sitting here.
Now, is that what you probably had biting this morning when you were live, and you had that rod sitting out, and you finally said you were going to hold on to it?
Yeah, it was a hard head.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. I did get something really cool today, though. You know what it is.
I know what it is. I got it queued up to show later.
All righty then. But like I said, with all this, there's actually some creek channels and this stuff that dump in just past this wharf here. They're coming draining off all the fields. So there's a ton of fresh water pouring in here. There's a huge alligator that lives over there right now. He's not near as big as the one they killed a couple weeks ago, but he's big enough for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want no part of him.
Yep. Well, you can actually look on. Ooh, man, there's fish jumping all over the place behind us. We're on the wrong side, apparently. But yeah, they actually had an alligator down here, an 8-footer that lived here for a couple of years, and people were feeding it. And you can find these on the internet, some pictures. People were setting their kids down on that concrete walkway there. They're going, hop down there, and alligators in the background, and they were taking pictures. Well,
Wow.
I guess the Fish and Game Commission got wind of it, and they came. No more alligator. They got rid of them.
Really?
Well, that's a safety thing.
Yep.
It is.
Well, they were feeding it.
That alligator's home.
They were feeding it, and there were people actually getting fined for that.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they were
you
feeding the
just
alligator and
feed
actually getting fined for it. But when they started taking pictures with the kids, that was too much.
No way to keep them out of there, though, is there?
I mean, not really.
No.
To me, that's.
I mean, that's their
I get the
domain.
safety. I get the safety thing about it, but at the same time, it's like
Alligators are aggressive because of their medulla oblongata.
That's their natural habitat. What are you gonna do?
That's what I was thinking. There ain't a whole lot you can do about that.
Greg Burgess says, Danny, use a number 3 circle hook. You can walk off, get a cold, and come back, and they will still be there.
Number 2, using tubes.
Mark said, what breading did they use with that gator once they caught him? I recommend Andy's Cape.
Absolutely. That Andy's Red's about as good as it gets.
I'll always get a bag of the Andy's Red, and then they have that Andy's Cajun that's a little bit hotter, and I'll mix the two of them.
Oh, man. I like that
Well,
Andy's
you know,
Red.
actually, Lyle, I wish you were with me right now, because we would forget this fishing and go to that casino right there. There's a casino over there, buddy. And you can't catch fish. You go play the slot machine, you know what I'm saying?
They got a poker table? I don't really play slots, but
They do.
I've been
They got
known
it
to
all.
play- I've been known to play cards once or twice.
Oh, I haven't had gator in like 20 years.
I never have had it. Man, I'm not
man.
interested in it either.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
Probably tastes like drum.
No.
You have to think about that. Anything that doesn't make good bait probably ain't gonna eat that good.
Mm-hmm. Drum's good to eat though.
No. I watched somebody do a live on their channel the other day. I watched a couple of them. They was eating drum. You get one of them tell you it's good, the other one almost died it trying to get it choked down. Kind of funny.
Oh,
There we go.
we got
Now-
it
Down here. Oh,
Now a fishing show.
What are we doing here?
all it takes is we got to have a bank fisherman and we put fish in. What do you got?
That
Silver
is,
what? Baby
you
redfish?
know what? I don't know what the hell that is. It
Unknown
might be a
species.
whiting. It's really little.
I'm
Huh.
curious.
I
Whiting
believe
is
that's a
supposed to be
whiting.
good.
It's hard to see. It's kind of.
Yeah, that one's a little small though.
Mark, if gators taste like shrimp, that'd be different. Get
Oh,
some
I
hot
like,
sauce out and
I
go
like
at
me
it.
some Texas Hold'em there, Heather.
I don't care nothing about that. I want to play 7-card stud.
The shrimp's frozen. The
Oh, that's
shrimp is
beautiful.
frozen, so you got
Is
to
it?
Is
thaw it
it-
out a little bit.
Are
Is
you
that
using?
real hard? Is it froze real hard?
Danny, are you using cooked or uncooked shrimp?
My audio keeps.
I've noticed.
Yeah,
You
I
using
said-
raw or cooked? That piece froze up on us.
no, my audio keeps cutting in and out, so I don't know how good you guys can hear me or whatever. That's a piece of raw shrimp there
Okay.
that I just put in my mouth, and I thought it was cooked.
Holy crap!
I thought it was a cooked. I thought it was a cooked shrimp. I grabbed down the wrong back, so pretty nasty.
Yeah, I wouldn't be interested in no raw shrimp. Unless it was for bait.
You know, actually, it's pretty good.
Raw shrimp?
No, I mean it's not bad as long as it's fresh. It's gotta be fresh.
I would think
Sushi,
so.
Lyle.
What's that?
I said they give it to you at the Japanese place.
I don't eat anything that ain't cooked, period.
Why not?
It's afraid you'll get worms.
Yeah, I don't eat any of that.
Oh yeah, we don't need that. You imagine Lyle dragging his butt across the carpet during the middle of the show.
That's a sight you can't never get out of your mind.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I like me some fried calamari.
Ooh, yeah, fried calamari is good.
I'll pass on that too. Hello, Berlina. Welcome. Mark Barnum.
Shrimp and oysters are good.
Oh yeah, I do like them.
Get those raw oysters.
No, I want mine cooked.
I ain't never had oysters.
Yeah, I had them raw.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what, oyster soup is one of the greatest delicacies there is.
Y'all
I
make
love
me
it.
hungry. I ain't had dinner yet.
What's that?
I said I ain't had dinner yet. Stop talking about all this food. Danny's sitting there looking like Captain Morgan.
Buggy. Buggy says it's an image I wish I'd never got put in my mind. I can relate, man. Maybe so, Mark, but they work for me.
Let's see.
Yeah, all this rain is pretty much the worst thing you want to happen if you're saltwater fishing, especially up in when you're close to the coast where there's a lot of water flowing in. Yeah, it really puts a damper on stuff.
I do not like those either. They are disgusting.
Ooh, something big right
Lyle and the mountain oysters.
No.
Why not?
Cause you know what that is?
No, Lyle, tell us.
Yeah, Lyle, tell us.
It's a nut.
Well, they say you are what you eat. So
Oh, you mean the kind of nut like you put it on a rock and crack it?
No. I don't do that stuff. Nasty. I got some by mistake one time. When I figured out what it was, I almost died.
I'll
Thought
say,
I was going to be sick forever.
what kind of mountain oysters is your favorite? Is it goat, sheep, or bull?
No, I don't have a favorite because I don't eat them.
Not what I heard.
That's right, Mark. I do not. But I've helped take about 1 million of them out. I'll tell you that. I have a friend of mine that. What the hell?
Danny's listening through his
Danny's
okay.
got a hearing aid in.
hearing aids. And
He scratched his ear and we heard.
Oh! Yeah.
just be glad he wasn't scratching somewhere else.
Hey, is that audio? Because I can shut these down. I can shut these down if it sound better.
No, it's good.
No, it's good.
Fine.
Okay.
Heather, I've done a few cats, but
Heather said he ate them from a cat.
no, I did not. No. But I enjoy taking them out of them.
I heard he like. I heard he like
Rooster fries. Those are the best.
rooster fries. I ain't heard that one. But Heather, I heard your dad likes the ones from the cats the best, but just for when it's snack time because they're so small.
How would you know how small they are? Do you play with them?
Wow, this is really going downhill. Danny, you gotta catch more fish.
Danny, you need to catch some fish.
Working on it.
I'm trying to take my mind off my head right now. Oh, I know. I mean, honestly, the only reason I even mustered up the strength to come in here today is I thought Koda was going to be in here, but now that Koda's not here, I'm kind of just like,
What
I might
a
go back and lay down.
what a good looking kid she is.
She's a sweetheart.
Well, she really wanted to come, but it's just, I'm not gonna bring her out with stuff that I go in,
Now, how long are you down there for, Danny?
We are gonna leave 4th of July morning.
Oh, okay. That's probably smart.
I don't want to be down here on the 4th of July.
I bet not. Team Snag and Whiskers has joined us.
Boys, I hate to do this to you, but I think I am going to jump off here.
All right, buddy. We'll,
Feel better.
Right. Danny, I apologize for not being able to hang out for too long, but tell Koda I said hello and I hope she's doing well.
Absolutely, brother, and take care of yourself. That's never a problem, man. You always got to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're able to be there the next time.
I'm trying. Hopefully, I got a appointment in the morning. Hopefully, they'll help me figure the rest of this crap out. So, love you guys. Be good. Take care.
See you, man.
Shoot.
Renee got those little blue crabs that are, they'll pick a lot of your bait off too, real quick.
They're big enough to eat?
Oh, yeah.
I'd be after them too. Setting hooks and crossing ice.
I actually got my I've actually got my crab net with me. I haven't set out though. Yeah.
Setting hooks and crossing ice says any shark.
Not yet. We're working on it.
So, Danny, do you have special gear for saltwater, or do you use your regular stuff?
Well, for the sharks, I actually use a wire. It's almost like a piano wire leader, which goes up to it goes tied to the hook, goes up to a swivel, and it's twisted on there. And then I switch over to a 300-pound mono, which then ties to your main line.
What about your like rod and reel, that kind of stuff?
Oh no, man, catfish stuff all the way, man. I mean, on Black Betty, I've got a 10,000 reel spooled up with a 150-pound braid. But other than that, same stuff I use for catfish.
See, I took last time I was down, and it's been about 11 years ago. I was down at the Golden Isles of Georgia for training for work, and one weekend I was down there. I spent fishing off of St. Simon's Island, and the next weekend I fished off of Jekyll Island. And I ruined a catfish reel that I liked by, I guess, not getting all the salt washed out of it as good as I should have.
That'll do it. Mark, I'm thinking about
You absolutely have to rinse those down every time you're even near the salt water. Make sure you rinse all that gear down with fresh water, and I mean really, really soak it and rinse it and get it all out there. You can even at times carry bottles of water. Oh crap! You can even at times carry bottles of water and punch a hole in the lid with like a nail or something, and use that to rinse down your gear with.
Oh, okay. That'd be a good idea.
Gray Wolf Outdoors. Welcome.
Hey, Gray Wolf.
Mark
Man,
Barnum.
We just missed something. It almost struck the rod out of my hand.
Even with the rain, that looks nice out there tonight. That would be very relaxing.
205. Welcome.
Hey, 205.
Mark Barnum was talking about them jigs.
Oh, the
and putting
temperature
knives
right
on them.
now is amazing.
I was thinking about a silver Sharpie and drawing them on there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Put them on it and then put the UV resin over top of that. I think they'll look all right that way. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking. Is that a cove you're in, Danny?
This is the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. I apologize. This is the actual Gulf.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looks
there's
very
these piers are built all down through the coast.
Now, who puts them in?
Usually it's whatever Fish and Game Commission of the state. Oh,
Whoa.
missed another one.
Well, they're hitting pretty hard, aren't they?
Yeah, he almost got that rod out of my hand.
I saw that.
And took your bait.
Yeah, he did. It's really hard to keep this shrimp on those hooks anyway. Well, if
Really?
they pop it one time, they've got it.
Is the hook that big?
I'm actually using a, I'll show you here.
That's not
It's a
that big.
2-aught.
Pretty small.
Nope, 2-aught circle hook. double drop rig with a pompano rig.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Allison and Gabby. Welcome.
Hello, Benoit ladies.
Yeah, these hardhead catfish, they're basically the equivalent of a bullhead, only salt water.
Huh.
I mean, they look like a channel cat, but everybody thinks of them like we would a bullhead. They hate them.
Ah,
I actually been looking for some. I can't find them.
the bullheads,
Yeah,
come on over.
I need to. Make great
I mean,
Yeah.
flathead bait.
I mean, the only problem is I know 10 miles down the road you'll kill them all, but
Stop it.
I'm hoping Danny gets a bull shark while we're.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, getting him up on this pier ought to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah. I watched Frio catch one day when he was live. Welcome, Jerry Hager. Rule 5 says he'd pay money to see you catch a 6-foot bull shark.
Yeah.
Me too. And that was the plan, but with this rain and lightning and stuff, it pushed us out of the spot where we could do that.
What's your odds of catching a bull shark while you're down there?
They're pretty high normally, but like I said, with all this fresh water pouring in, it doesn't bother the bull sharks. It does bother the sandbar sharks, the black tips, and a few of the other species. The bull shark is the only one that fresh water doesn't bother them.
Well, no, they'll move up into fresh water. They don't.
Absolutely, they will. It won't bother them a bit.
Parker said he'd like to see you hook into a big jack. He said they fight like crazy.
I've always heard that.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I doubt very seriously I can handle a jack on this crappie rod.
What all rods did you take down there with you, Danny?
Well, of course, you know I've got Black Betty, the big 16-footer. She's the one that's rigged up for the big sharks. And I've got the Ancient Mariner J&S Signature Series rod rigged up with a 6,000 reel. And I've got a new reel that we just came out with. It's a prototype, and I think they come out next month, but I actually have the prototype on it. It's hard to describe. Jeremy and Andrew know a lot more about that reel than I do, because I just got one just here recently, and we haven't had time to do a lot with it. But they've been using it for about a month. And I use a lot of spinning gear. Saltwater, I'm generally going spinning gear.
Is that because they're easier to clean?
Absolutely. You will destroy a bait caster way faster than you will a spinning reel. Because a spinning reel, it's easier to disassemble it and clean it up and get it. Oh, man, I keep missing them. I missed another one.
Lance McCougar says he used to catch
That may be his big giant.
hundreds of miles from the coast up the Trinity River.
Huh. Oh, shoot.
Ernie's already in bed.
Oh,
He
wow.
goes to bed and gets up with the chickens.
I got something getting topwater all around me here, and I'm not sure what it is.
There could be anything down there, right?
Yeah. You never know in saltwater.
Absolutely.
That's the crazy thing. You can get it. You got toadfish down there messing with you. Benoit Fishing Outdoors says sabiki rigs.
I
are
think
fun to
that's a
use.
big school of mullet. I think that's a big, huge school of mullet just moved in here.
Be some good time to get some bait.
Oh, I'm definitely going to throw the cast net on them before I leave here.
I'll
I
bet.
bet Lyle had a mullet back in the 70s.
Not really.
You think he had it cut off, or did it go away naturally?
What's wrong with you?
It went down the drain.
Yeah.
Greg Burgess said mullet's great for sharks.
I bet it is.
Yes, they are.
Last time I put a piece of bait in salt water, I didn't even know how to throw a cast net yet. So
That's been a while.
it's been a long time. You may need to change that at some point.
You know, you've got me thinking about it now. I'm gonna turn the camera. I'm gonna run down there. I'll be out in the rain for a second. I don't know. You guys can see that view there?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw the cast net in there and just, let's see what we come up with.
Okay. Hardly. I think I could rock one though.
I think you could only get about half of it. The top part, front part, would be kind of difficult.
You're gonna be kind of weak, ain't it? You talking about that long hair. I wonder if we could sneak up on old Dockery and whack his pony off.
Well, I mean, if you ask him first, I don't know if the horse might kick you though.
Now, I'm not talking about that. You got that ponytail. I know who'd be mad about it. It wouldn't be James. It'd be Katie.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that to Kyle Petty.
Absolutely. What a penis head. But he does a lot of good things for kids.
He does. I always wanted to cut off Kyle's ponytail, and I wanted to steal. What the?
That
He
isn't
got
very
out there in
big.
a hurry.
Yeah, he did. That's not a very big net either. Oh, maybe it's bigger than I thought. He just had it folded up. River Cat Tackle has joined us.
Hey, River Cats.
See how he does with the cast net here. That can be interesting. Even though he's a little ways away, he still looks got a pretty good image.
He's showing up good in there.
It's a little dark, so it's kind of grainy, but not that bad. I hope he pulls up a ton of them. Pretty good throw. Pretty good throw. Looks like he got something.
Oh yeah, looks like he got a lot of something. No?
Released it if he did. Must have been the grainy stuff I'm seeing because I thought it was.
I thought for sure that net looked like it was full at first. bunch of bait, mullet, pinfish, cigar minnows, pufferfish, Spanish mackerel, and stingray a few years ago. Awesome. There's just so many different species in saltwater. I mean, it's just, you never know what's going to be.
Lance, don't tell him that. We'll never hear the end of it if somebody thinks Danny done a great job at something.
Cast net Olympics right here.
Yeah. He's throwed a net a time or two. He does a pretty good job with it.
Yeah. Parker's good at throwing a cast net to catch bait. I mean, the people in Kroger in the poultry section don't like him doing it, but it works.
There's something he got that time.
Yeah, he got him something there.
Mm-hmm. Catfish with Us says in Ohio we're limited to a 10-foot diameter cast net. I want to try to throw a bigger net someday, probably fall in the water. A 10-footer is a pretty good sized net.
That is a good sized net.
8's my limit. I can't throw anything. My shoulders are so bad I can't throw anything bigger than an 8, and I can't throw it very many times, but I can handle a 7 real well.
Lance, are you sure it was Danny doing that? I would have sworn it was Lyle doing that.
No, I think he's right about it being Danny. Pretty sure. You must not be too far over there.
Well, my hearing aid's disconnected. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I've lost audio on you.
I don't know about that. We got you loud and clear.
Okay, good. That's back. There's a whole bunch of little baby stripers. You have to get those back in the water quick.
Oh, see, we thought you had something, but
I had a lot of them. It's baby stripers.
I thought so.
yeah, okay. So, Lyle, you were right. You said he just dumped it as soon as he got that net up.
I thought
Chrissy,
that's what happened.
thank you for that.
Yeah, you've got to get those back in the water quick.
For those of you that need instructions, go to the Weekend Anglers YouTube channel, and you can find Josh's instructional video on there. It's very well done.
Well, thank you. Mahi on light tackle is fun.
Well, at least now we know what's hitting top water there. It's striped bass. It's just I didn't get any of the big ones. I caught a whole bunch of the little ones.
Hey, look at Parker. He just got back from Hawaii, and he's leaving for Costa Rica on Saturday.
I must.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on that Jerry Parker money now.
That's Jerry Montana.
I think his wife's got some kind of medical convention or something down there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Now, I think that's what he told me. But, of course, just because Parker tells me something doesn't mean it's the truth.
I got you.
No,
Greg Burgess says, right now you can use a 10-foot net and catch an ice chest of shrimp in a couple hours. Well, that does interest me, Greg.
there you go, Lyle.
That does interest me.
Did the rain stop or let up or?
I can still hear it hitting.
No, it's pouring down.
Oh, okay. It looked like
It's pouring down. No, the worst is actually yet to come. We've got a big. I looked at the radar before I decided to come down here because I was just going to completely just disregard the whole thing. And within the next hour or so, we're going to have a cell coming that we may actually have to get out of the camper and go stay in one of the shelters.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty bad. It's not like hurricane, but it's going to be pretty strong sail coming through.
Well, you guys be careful down there. Don't get no messed up with nothing.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, take it easy.
Oh, they've got all the major the state parks down here where the campgrounds are. They have hurricane, tornado shelters, whatever y'all call them, that you can evacuate to if something happens.
Good. That's a good idea. I'm glad they got them.
Yeah, it's one of the first things we look for in a campsite to make sure they have that shelter.
Then while fishing outdoors, says Danny, you tried using sand fleas?
Not yet. We're going to try to catch some probably tomorrow if the rain lets up. But a sand flea is actually the actual, it's a mole crab is what it's called, but most of the locals call them sand fleas.
Ray Wolf said his dad caught a marlin back in the 70s off the coast of Florida when he was a little kid. Said one of them was on his bucket list. All those billfish, man, those are just amazing, beautiful fish.
They are gorgeous, man. They really are.
I'm always afraid of getting stabbed by one of those.
Lyle, you need to go get one. You need to go catch one.
Sailfish?
Yeah.
Be all right, I guess.
Yeah, I read a book about it one time. It's called The Old Man in the Sea.
Was it called The Old Man in the Sea?
Yeah. You guys are about as funny as a chapped ass.
I saw where he was going with that before he even started it.
Oh, man.
Danny's just sitting back enjoying the fact that he's live and he's not having to proofread names in chat or anything
Right.
else. So.
You know what? There's times, I seriously do love you like a brother, but there's sometimes I really, really hate you, man. Lyle, if you think he gets you, he has gotten me probably 10 times more than he has Lyle Stokes.
Oh,
Lyle quit falling. Well, okay. Lyle didn't quit falling for him. Mark proofreads chat, and Chad and I proofread chat, and we hand Lyle the ones that he's okay with. So
that's sort of true.
They don't censor the ones they do me at all.
No, I know. I've listened to them live, your lives a couple times when they snuck them in on you. Of course, I would never do
I
that.
always clip that every time I do it. I think maybe at the end of the year I'll gather all those clips together and make just a compilation video.
Make a YouTube video?
Yep, just all the funny
Oh my
names.
God.
That would be hilarious, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, buddy. When you get that YouTube check, I'm expecting at least 25%.
Oh, man.
Now, Danny, you're going to be live off and on the rest of the week, aren't you? I mean, up to the time you leave.
I think I lost audio on you.
You might have.
No, there you go. You're back. I lost you for a second. The last thing I heard was, Danny, you're going to be.
Oh, I was going to say, Danny, you're going to be live off and on the rest of the week while you're down there, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna try to. You know, we got to. Me and Stacia have had several discussions where I've got to start putting a little bit of family time into the vacations. You know. In the past, you know, we go to Florida. She goes, "Yep, we get to Florida. You're gone. I see you when it's time to go home." She goes, "Getting kind of tired of that."
So where can the people find you, Danny? If you go live, how can they know so they can watch you fish?
I don't know what you're fishing for, but
I do my channel, Danny Stone Outdoors.
I don't know what you're fishing for. There's a bunch of reds that are there.
Excuse me?
I said I don't know what you're fishing for, but they got a bunch of reds that are right there hitting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see them. They're getting whatever's coming out of the channel right there. There's reds and trout jumping off the water right there.
Oh, we're definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the tip, brother.
Hey, no problem, man. What? No, we can stay right here and look real fast. We'll have to go back to the pole.
He said there's a ton of redfish over here on the other side of the other side of the wharf.
Maybe we'll hang out with you a while, Danny.
Oh God, dude, there's
There's a few red and a few. Let's see, jumped up. I guess they're getting.
holy crap, dude, there are some huge reds.
Oh man.
The redfish over there.
Whoa!
So,
Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, see that current flowing right there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's fresh water pouring in here. That's fresh water pouring. It comes out from under the road over here, right there. Fresh water pouring in, right there.
Oh, okay.
I see.
But there's a ton of redfish right here. We're gonna switch sides here and see if we can't get on
Oh,
something over here.
that'd be,
All right.
that'd be
We'll
great.
hang out with you for a little while. Thank you, Mark.
Mark's posted Danny's channel link there in chat. Make sure you guys go over and check that out. I know most of you are already subscribed to Danny Stone, but if you haven't checked out Danny before, go over there and just immediately hit the subscribe button. You will not be disappointed.
No, and it's not every day that somebody goes down and got a chance to catch some big redfish or shark or whatever happens to be around that ocean where he's at. So there's no telling what you can see.
And Danny can get skunked, and you can enjoy. You can be entertained watching Danny, even if he gets skunked.
That's correct.
You are not going to be bored watching
Nope.
the Danny Stone live ever.
Nope, it'll be fun. You'll have a good time, and
I don't know where they all
And,
went a few minutes ago. It's 'cause they had,
that's the
like,
best way to do it.
over there, and they were just tearing apart.
Danny got the bait already out. Okay. Off to the left there, it looked like something might have jumped, but maybe it might have just been camera glitch. Those reds are good eating too.
That's what they say.
You wouldn't like them.
I know they're drum.
They're a drum. Well, I went out Saturday evening and set from 9 p.m. till almost 3 a.m.
You got
Never-
quite a while.
Never got so much as a bite.
Really?
Yes. We had some rain come through Saturday in the early afternoon and evening, and it kind of cooled off a little bit, and it just, I don't know, it messed the lake up. But we also, the tap water smelling like the lake turned over, so
Oh man, that's never good.
no. This time of year, we spent a week. Afternoon heat index is up around 115. So,
Oh man, the humidity's really been bad with all this rain we've been getting this year.
yeah, I had to run Friday, I guess it was, and Christina's shop. All this humidity is getting in there and starting to damage stuff. So,
Wow.
I scrambled to find a dehumidifier, and we got one. We hooked it up Saturday morning, and I think it's probably pulled.
Oh, I'll bet.
It's probably pulled 20 gallons of water out by now.
It don't take very long.
Mm-mm.
Does not take very long. Not long says there's something out there turning.
Reds don't have the worms. It's the big black drum that has worms. Okay. Oh,
But the big
We
hit,
got a hit there.
that was
I've
on a
seen
giant cut bait croaker.
I
I've
thought
seen
it was.
those.
I thought it was going to go there.
I've seen
I've
those
got
guys.
my foot down here on the rod, so he can't flip it.
He flip you over the rail. I've seen guys on
Yeah,
videos catching big black drum. Man, they look like they'd be a lot of fun to catch.
So that's a pretty big piece of cut bait I got on that rod there.
Are you suspending that, or is it on the bottom?
This is a double dropper rig. It's got the weight's on the bottom. Then you got a hook with nothing on it. Then you got a hook above that with a float on it.
Double drop shot.
Okay.
Yep.
So kind of like a Kentucky rig, but with a float.
Yes, yes.
That could come in handy. 205 says something's going to nail that rod. I agree. With that kind of hit, I think we're going to. And it's coming into that time. I mean, Danny's. No, you're still in Central Time, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm central.
Okay.
Yeah, on that one there, we've got a piece of shrimp and a gizzard shad.
I thought that looked like a gizzard shad on there.
Yeah, I can't believe I caught a gizzard shad in saltwater.
I can't either.
That's a good idea right there. Benoit Fishing Outdoors said they used a ratchet strap to tie down the rods off the dock once. That's a real good idea.
That is a great idea.
Anything you can do to keep them from taking off.
Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is lose a bunch of equipment.
Well, I've actually taken pieces of 2-inch PVC pipe before and ratchet strapped that PVC pipe to the post and then set the rod down in it.
That's another great idea.
Because if you ratchet strap it to the rod itself, sometimes it's a little slow process getting it out there when you need to.
Well, I'll bet.
I knew before this was over I was going to end up standing in the rain.
We can't see the rain, so
Yeah, well, you guys are under the cover. I'm standing out here on the pier out from under it.
but you'd think we could see it raining on you, but we don't. I don't.
I mean, that put a damper on like last night when you started a fire out there.
I don't mind you standing out in the rain, Danny.
I'd rather
I
Danny
know you
stand out
don't.
in the rain than me.
Yes, exactly right. I'm pretty dry right now. But I would like to see you catch one of them big reds.
I would too.
Mm-hmm.
even a
Dude,
small one.
they are swarming all down through the shoreline here. I mean, just breaking the surface left and right.
Wow. It's neat to see that or basically any kind of wildlife, in its natural and habitat, fish swimming along there and they got their tails out of the water or their back fin or whatever it is, or they're working bait. It didn't matter what it is. It all amazes me.
Oh, that's awesome. Benoit
That is
Fishing
cool.
Outdoors says we fished off the pier and this kid lost his rod after a fish took off. I slapped on a huge hook and got his rod back for him. The fish got away, but we hooked his rod. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's a cool story. That's pretty good sized bait you're using.
Oh yeah. But we're fixing to switch up and do something a little bit different. Hang on just a second.
All right, buddy.
Definitely cracked crab for the reds. I've heard you use crabs for those reds.
I've heard that too. Not that I ever use it, but I don't do much saltwater stuff.
Yeah.
Probably would if I was around it, but then I'm not. Well, you know.
Oh, I guarantee if it was nearby, I'd be messing with it.
That's right.
Well, they're actually hitting surface out here. So we're gonna switch to this rig right here.
Oh, cool.
I was thinking swim bait myself.
Right there. So we're gonna take that live bait rig, that cut bait rig off, tie this on, and start throwing it on those reds and see if we can't get one of them to get it.
I hope that works.
I've done it before in the past with fair to moderate success. And what I'm seeing there, some of those are the speckled trout. They're in there too.
That's all right.
They're kind of mixed in with them. So we'll throw this on this jig and see if we can't get a reaction bite out of them.
Greg says they love gold spoons.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I've got 6 of them back at the camper that I do not have with me now.
That's how it goes.
A lot of times, yeah. Is your printer still printing, Josh?
No, we got done.
Did it turn out?
Yeah, it's. I think I'm gonna reprint it a little bit differently. I don't like how it looked on there, so.
Oh, okay.
But I sent a picture in our group chat of how it turned out. So.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
I'll grab it. Let me grab the other one off the tray.
Oh, look, smoked it.
Is that the picture of the oyster thing?
No, not a picture. No oysters.
Well, it looks like you put one in there.
Yeah, it's showing backwards on mine, but.
It does look good.
It turned out I wish when I ordered filament yesterday, I ordered white, and it doesn't look good. I don't know why I was thinking do it in white, but that side plate for that Tarova is black, and it don't look good on there. So I just ordered some black filament. I'm going to redo it. Then it would blend in.
Yeah, I got you. Burrito Catfish Lady says hello, Josh, Lyle, Danny, my buddy.
Hello, Lisa.
Lisa, yeah. There's one. Oh, crap. Oh, he's going under the pier, man.
Hang on, big guy.
Oh, he's got me. He's going under that pier.
Where's that? We'll put Danny in top cat mode here.
There you go. I think we should leave him there myself.
Yeah,
I think that's a better view
It is.
of
Man,
what he's
look-
doing anyhow.
Look
He's
at the way
fighting
that
hard,
bite.
ain't he?
Oh, good grief.
I will say a lot of saltwater fish fight hard. Not all of them, but most of them fight pretty hard.
And Ben Willow just said that earlier. Said that even the bait fights hard in saltwater.
I've caught some fish when we saltwater fished, and I didn't think they fought that hard. I was very disappointed because 25-pound blue cat fought harder than anything we caught the whole time we was there.
Oh wow.
Ah. Ah. He took me underneath the pier and broke me off.
Oh man, that looked like a good one, Danny.
It was. He made a mad dash for that pier today.
Well, they're not ignorant. That's how come they get to be that size. Lance says reds are fun, but not as fun as jacks.
Yeah, he shot straight under that pier, and that was it. And that was my only jig like that, too.
Oh, damn. That figures.
I know it, man. Well, we got to go back to cut bait. That sucks.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to hit that either.
No? What,
Dude,
two, three
I was
casts?
just like tap, tap, reel, tap, tap, reel, tap, tap. And man, he almost pulled that rod out of my hand.
Hey, Randy. Welcome.
Well, at least you got to see me hook something up.
That's right.
You had a heck of a fight going on.
That's the reason I prefer to be out on the beach surf casting. I'm not real big on fishing these piers because those fish will run underneath that pier every cotton picking time.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they know what they're doing.
Hey, Keith, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Keith,
He says, hey,
Yeah, we-
Lyle and Josh, it's about time you fired Chad.
we run him out tonight.
He's not feeling well. He got a bad headache, Keith. I'm sure glad to see you in chat tonight, my friend. You guys hadn't checked out fishing and stuff. I know most all of you have. We make some great how-to videos and some cool stuff, and a very entertaining channel to watch. So go check
He's
him out.
awesome.
And he's a super nice guy. Lance says, too bad you don't have a giant popper, Danny. The reds in like that, they'd smoke it.
Oh,
I wish I could. I don't know if you guys this or not. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because it's kind of dark out there. But you can see the redfish every now and then. They're breaking the surface out there. See them?
Yep.
mm-hmm.
They're everywhere, man.
Wow.
Look at that. I mean, they're busting top water all over the place.
Man.
Lyle, so that was something messing around out there. I thought I saw something when Danny was
Yep.
getting all set up.
That's right.
Oh, they're a huge one, man. Look at them. Oh, there they come. There they come. That is a huge school of reds, man. Huge school. But what they're doing is they're chasing these. I think they're eating those baby stripers that are up in here.
They're very
They might
possible.
be.
They probably don't pick no favorites.
I probably need to check this rod right here that got it's got the one that got hit right off the bat.
Yeah,
He
it
may
might
have
be.
peeled that bait off of there.
Patrick Gray says need a big chunk of mullet head out there.
We'll check see if we still got bait on there. Yep, still got our croaker head on there. That's what got popped a while ago.
That's a big hunk of bait.
Robert Moslin said they're probably eating small pogies.
I believe he's right. I might not straddle that rod right there like that, because if it does come up, it's like, ugh.
Oh, come on, man. We need some entertainment factor going on here.
My dedication only goes so far, my good man.
I got you. Josh, how many people got signed up for the Top Cat Challenge?
Don't know off the top of my head. Let me take a look at the post. Gotta find my phone.
Patrick Gray says, man, I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow so I could come fish with you.
I know it, man. I was hoping Patrick would be able to sneak away while I was here. We're going to drop that one right down beside the pier here.
Okay.
And hang on to it.
Feature.
I'll try vertical jigging it right here where they're hitting at.
Looks like we have one signed up right now, Lyle, for July.
For those who are interested in being on Catfish Weekly, 3 weeks from now? We'll be drawing Monday.
It'll be, let's see. We will draw next Monday. That's the 7th. 1, 2, 3. For fishing on the 21st of July.
So you guys need to get signed up if you want in. Jerry Parker's mark of 72?
No,
is
he's at
very
92.
92.
92? That can be beat on 2 fish.
Yep.
I mean, it can be done.
Oh, yeah. And we just have...
Yeah, 250 is all you need. Yeah.
That's it.
What is it? We've got July, August, and September. So that's three months. That's all we got left on this first season of Top Cat. So, and I can tell you right now, we're going to be doing this one again next year. So.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of people that didn't have a good showing this time that want redemption.
I know that as soon as season 2 of Top Cat starts, I know who's signing up, and that's Miss Jody.
You betcha she'll be in there fast. And she worked really hard that night.
She really did.
There's Lee Reed. Welcome, buddy.
Well, a lot of people are finding out it's hard to catch 2 fish on the clock in 2 hours. It's a lot tougher.
Jody was in there lurking.
Yeah, Jody's been there the whole time.
Jody's been real quiet in chat. I start talking about her. There she is.
Yeah. What day are you leaving down there again, Danny?
4th of July.
On Friday. We're leaving Friday.
Okay, there's several people asking, but I couldn't remember what you said.
Yep. And if the weather will allow it, I'm actually supposed to do your Saltwater Guide podcast tomorrow. We did a podcast with him Saturday night with the River Cats Tackle crew. Had 20,000 people watching.
Wow.
Really?
And we're scheduled for me and Koda and Brantley are supposed to do that show tomorrow around 2 o'clock Central, I believe. Weather permitting.
Thanks for joining us, Jody.
Oh, yeah, there's what. Jody's driving. So.
And I can definitely guarantee you we won't be at this pier.
Good night, Gabby and Allison.
So you wouldn't go to that pier with some different tackle and try them redfish out, huh?
You absolutely, I can hook. Here's the thing, Lyle. I can hook them. I can't get the freaking things in. They go under that war. I get so sick of losing them that it's not worth it.
I see.
I mean, when you start getting them close to this pier, they go around and around those the concrete pillars here, and I have the worst luck to get them out there.
Yeah, I don't think anything will hold up that concrete probably. Patrick Gray says you in Gulfport.
Yep, they get around it and
He's in Waveland.
do
Patrick.
what? Waveland.
Waveland.
Yeah, I about gave myself a heart attack last night, Lyle. The first night we were here, we decided to go out and eat because, man, I was really, I had a craving for some fresh seafood. So it was me, Stacia, Koda, and Brantley went to the first restaurant that we saw that looked pretty decent. $212. I said, well, we're eating peanut butter and jelly for the rest of the trip, guys.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price tag.
Hey, it was absolutely, it was absolutely worth it, but it was very, very painful to pay that bill.
Yeah, I bet it was. I'll bet it was.
Patrick says, man, you close to the spot he's telling you about.
Yes. Oh, I've got a little bit of expert help that's been giving me some tips down here. Patrick, we've been talking to him a little bit, and the spot he told me about, we're going to try to get to tomorrow, like I said, weather permitting.
Oh,
But we're going to be tomorrow. We're going to try to target bull sharks, stingrays, bull reds, everything. We like all of it.
you don't call nothing, do you?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, we're trying to get as many species on the board for Koda as we can. I've caught the majority of those, but she's got one shark that she caught in Florida a couple years ago, and it's only about a foot long, but it still counts as a shark.
Well,
And
yeah.
she actually caught it on a 2-aught hook with a piece of trout.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, so her one and only shark is a little bitty baby shark.
Well,
I'm not going to do it.
still counts.
Actually,
Just
I think
remember.
the timing for the show tonight is going to work out pretty good because probably about 15, 20 minutes after you normally end is when that big, big storm's supposed to get here.
It ain't getting real close to you yet, is it?
No, it's just drizzling rain right now. I haven't looked at the radar. Josh just checked it just a little bit ago. He can tell me how close it's getting. Oh my God, there are huge fish flashing down here right below me.
Wow.
And I am not throwing anything at them that they want other than the bait that I lost a while ago.
And what kind of bait was that, Danny?
That I showed you with the cut bait,
No.
that was the
What-
head off of a croaker.
No, that swim bait you had.
Oh, it's called a slam shady. Yeah, a slam shady.
Hmm.
Yeah, a buddy of mine down in Florida kind of turned me onto those, and they work really great. And he sent me a dozen of them, and I had 2 left when I showed up down here.
Now you got one.
No, now I got none. That was the last one right there.
Oh, no.
I lost it. I lost the other one yesterday. I was fishing the rock jetty down the way here, and I was working that jetty with that jig, and man, he smoked a rod on it. I mean, he peeled drag, and I started getting him in, and when he got to the rocks, inside the rocks, he went and it was Koda. Now, generally, in situations like this, early morning, just as the sun's coming up, and you just got the breaking light, top water is key. If you throw a topwater
bet.
jig out there and pop it and work it, they will fire it. I've actually had sharks hit that topwater jig doing that early in the morning.
No
Oh,
kidding.
wow. Yeah, judging by the radar, Danny, it
That's
looks like
what-
your rain's about over for a little bit.
Oh.
But you do have a cell moving in later on, much later.
Okay. As long as I'm not gonna get lightning up my behind, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't blame you about that.
Yeah, but to me, that is the most exciting type of saltwater fishing that I've done. Is early in the morning, topwater. You can chase. You can see the jacks chasing bait down the shoreline, and you'll just take off and running as fast as a old fat guy can run, and get ahead of them, and start slinging that topwater bait. And man, it is just like it's like being in fishing heaven, Lyle. I'm serious, because you
Yeah.
can see that bait popping, and all of a sudden they'll just come up and just bust on it. And
Yeah.
I've had redfish hit it, trout, sharks, like I said, have hit it. Jack will smoke that topwater.
I'll bet. That'd be fun, all right.
But I was actually fishing this pier earlier today, and I did pretty good. We got a few good ones today.
And what were they?
You're gonna see here in a little while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe Mr. Dunning is gonna take care of that for you.
Okay.
Yep. Let's pull that up real quick.
Let's do that.
Let me
Let's
find.
do it.
Flounder.
Look at that. Danny, I got it pulled up if you want to tell us about that
Legal.
fish.
Well, the legal length on them in this area is 12 inches. That in there is 17.
That's a
So he
dandy.
was 5 inches over the legal limit. So, yeah, well, he's resting comfortably in the refrigerator right now. Yeah, him and about 4 of his buddies. And believe it or not, what I caught that on, that jig that I just showed you, the one that I just lost,
Yeah.
I was bouncing that on the bottom, right through this, right the edge of this pier right here, and just smoking those flounder on that jig.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of irritated me because I fished for a little bit with live streaming this morning, and it was terrible. I mean, it was one of the most embarrassing live streams I've done in a while. And 15 minutes after I turned the camera off, there was an old man walked up here and told me, he said, son, if you got a bottom bouncing jig, he said, I want to show you something. He took his rod over there and he threw it. He had a similar jig, and he was sitting there just flipping those flounder up on the deck of this wharf just as fast as he could throw it out there. And I'm like, heck yeah. So I went over there, rigged my jig up, and I followed along right behind him, and I was picking up his scraps, but they were still, I mean, they're massive flounder, because, like I said, they got to be 12 inches to be legal, and we were landing 15, 16, 17-inch flounder, just, I mean, wearing them out.
Oh, wow.
It's been a fun time.
Yeah, I may actually sometime tomorrow morning come down here and see if they'll like the taste of some Lyle Stokes jigs bounced along the bottom.
Well, I hope they
'Cause
work out good for
Because
you.
I might just happen to have a few. I might just happen to have a couple dozen of those in the truck, you know.
I'll bet you do. I don't know how they'll work with salt water, but I hope they work good for you.
Well, at the very least, I know they'll pick up some pinfish and some ladyfish. But I'm hoping we can bounce one off the face of one of them flounder laying on the bottom and make him mad enough that he reaches up there and grabs it.
I got you.
Because Now, that's absolutely one of my favorite eating fish. They are so good.
Flounder.
Patrick Grace early in
Yeah.
the morning. Take
And,
a small fillet piece, cut bait, throw it back under the dock, and the flounder will smoke it.
Yeah. Now, believe it or not, where I'm fishing straight down right now, water's only about 2.5 feet deep.
Really?
2.5 feet.
Yep. Because
So you probably
there's
see
a
the
lot
bottom.
of shallow water. Yeah, there's a lot of shallow water down through this area right here, and if you drove down the highway runs along the coast, you drive along here and there's people out there with headlamps on and fish gigs, and they are just tearing these flounder up. They're spearing them.
Wow.
We watched some people last night, and this guy was dragging a huge. You remember like the old the sacks that the oranges come in, Lyle, the mesh net,
Yeah,
whatever sack.
yeah.
He had
Yeah.
one of those tied to his hip, and he had that thing full of flounder, dude.
No kidding.
And he was just walking along the bank, and 6 to 10 inches of water, and shining that light ahead of him, and you'd see him poking, man, he'd come up with a huge flounder every.
How hard are them to clean?
Oh my God, they're so easy.
Really, they look
One of the
weird.
easiest
I
fish to
just
clean there
wondered.
is.
Oh, cool.
They're wild to see somebody clean one too.
Yeah,
Oh, they
I had one hit it. I jumped the gun on him. He started pulling. He was pulling the rod down like a flathead. And I hit him in the mid pull, and I tried to set the hook on a circle hook. That was really stupid. Yeah, I wish hindsight's 2020. I wish I would have done a video today of cleaning those flounder because it's really something to see.
It's cool. It's cool to see.
But yeah, because like normal fish, you'll get 2 fillets off of them. On a flounder, you get 4.
Really?
Oh yeah. And it's just so freaky that both their eyes are on one side of their head facing up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, they're really cool looking fish. And I found out a long time ago, you do not want to lip those.
Really?
Oh, they got teeth.
So they didn't work out too good for you, right?
Oh no, it hurt.
I'll bet.
I actually think I've got some huge. I actually think I got a bunch of huge blue crab that are tapping my rod right now.
Really? You know they'll eat
Yeah,
too.
the crabs have found my bait.
Yeah.
They will eat too.
I want him to catch one
Well,
so we
the
can
first time,
we can get him a shirt that says "I caught crabs on Catfish Weekly."
yeah, oh my God, that would be so awesome.
It would be, wouldn't it?
All the kids were out last night, just running the shoreline, and they picked up a half a 5-gallon bucket of fiddler crabs, and they're going to turn them loose this morning. I'm like, what are you going to do with those?
They're not bait
They were
size.
chasing them down and grabbing fiddler crabs out off the sand last night. Oh yeah. Yeah, Koda kept I think she kept like 2 dozen of them. She's going to try those for bait tomorrow.
Heck yeah. Are they easy to
They
keep
had
alive?
like, oh yeah, they're not too bad. You put a little bit of sand in there and moisten it so it's not dry, and we put it underneath the camper to keep it in the shade.
Right.
And they do fairly well like that.
How big are they?
I'm going to say probably about the size of some of them are as small as a dime, some of them are about the size of a $50.
Sounds like pretty good bait to me.
Yeah, I remember the first time I had Koda down in Florida fishing, and something kept eating her bait and picking it off there, and so she started reeling in real slow. And she drug one of the biggest blue crabs I've ever seen up on the beach, and it let go of the bait because it had it in the claw, and it was running back to the water. And like an idiot, I went down there and slammed my hand on it to try to catch it, and that thing like took my pinky off.
Really?
Man,
I said, that ain't no crawfish. Yeah. Oh, that hurt. Dude, I mean, my finger was gushing blood. It broke the skin. And I said,
Wow.
yeah, that ain't no crawfish.
yeah.
I'd never grabbed one live like that before, and I learned a very valuable lesson that day.
I bet.
And we went and bought a little small crab net. And so every time she pulled one up on the shore after that, I ran down and just laid that net on him and just kind of scooped him up and dumped him in the bucket and grabbed him
There
more.
you go.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, it took like 3 weeks for that finger to heal.
Wow. You didn't just rub the cut on the side of it and hope for the best?
I wasn't rubbing nothing on that thing after it got made. They're picking the shrimp off here. That's what they're doing. Look at, oh, they picked the cut bait and they ate that whole cotton picking. That I had that shad on that bottom hook. All that was left on that hook was his lips. Yeah, it's gone. It was on the bottom hook. All that was left on his lips.
That's funny.
So that's definitely crabs.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty view, isn't it, Josh?
Yes, it is. I wish I was out there tonight.
Yeah, me too.
I wish you were too. Man, Dunnigan, if you were here, we'd stay all night. Storm be damned.
Absolutely.
You know, honestly, I've been in a bit of a slump on the Mississippi River. No matter if I catch anything or not, you know, it's always good to break away, go do a little saltwater fishing. You know, it's a little something different. And that's one of the things I love about saltwater fishing is it's so much different than what we do on the Mississippi River. And we're going to pitch this one back underneath up here, right up in there, right in the danger zone. The spot where he'll get on there and wrap me up and steal everything.
All right, Mark. Have a good evening, buddy.
Good night, Mark. What I do here? I got something messed up.
Man, I wish I had a topwater jig with me. They are they're still just lighting up everywhere, man. I mean, absolutely breaking the surface. They're just blowing this water out here. And leave it to me to show up with the wrong stuff.
Shit happens, man.
I know. Hey, you learn today and you do better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry said, surprised you haven't pulled a mangrove snapper out from underneath that dock. I understand they're pretty good eating, too.
There's not a lot of other structure under there. A lot of these docks will have, you know, just debris and stuff that gets caught on these pylons, these pillars. And that's usually where I do better on the mangroves.
Yeah, so.
And that's another, man, you're hard pressed to find any saltwater fish that I don't find just absolutely delicious. Mangrove snapper, all of them. I mean, they're just, pompano is one of my favorites, so. But Don't know what the pompano fishing is like here in Mississippi. If we were in Florida, that's what we'd be targeting. We absolutely love targeting the pompano.
The snappers are all good eating, aren't they? All the different ones.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, I went into a Walmart Supercenter a few hours ago, and they got the seafood section in there. And they have fresh fish iced down, laying up on the ice in there. And they had a red snapper laying up on that ice. It's probably about a 6-7 pound fish. $47 for that one fish.
Damn.
I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Maybe if you catch one, you can take it down or sell it to them.
You know, I had Andrew before whenever I went out to eat last night and jumped up on their line and I told them what it costs. You better catch a bunch of fish and take them back down there and get your money back.
Welcome, Michael.
I'll try to drag that cut on the bottom. See if maybe we can't drag it across the nose of a flounder. I know this morning, that was the ticket this morning, is just dragging that jig along the bottom.
Josh, I'm going to step out for just a minute.
All right, buddy.
But this is this type of fishing here in this super shallow water is not exactly my forte. I like going out on the beach and usually have 1 or 2 sandbars, and I like to wade out there and get past that second sandbar and throw way out in that deep water. And that's usually generally where I hook up on all the sharks and the stingrays. You can get a lot of the stingrays in closer to shore, but the big ones are a little bit further out there.
About how far is that?
The shallow water, it's always been a. Do what?
About how far is that?
How far is what offshore?
That second sandbar.
The sandbars, they vary from place to place. Usually you'll have a sandbar out anywhere from 40 feet to 50 yards. And you wade out to it and there'll be a trough. There's a trough that's generally dug out on the shore side of the trough. And you go wading out there and you'll get up to your neck sometimes. And then all of a sudden you'll just start coming up. Next thing you know, the only thing in the water is your ankles. And then you drop back down and it starts going deep again and it comes back up shallow. And then when you throw out there past that second sandbar, generally, man, you're going to hit just unbelievable depths out there a lot of times.
Oh, that's wild. Robert Modulin says you need to put one of those bait fish on and no sinker. Just throw it out there.
You know what? That might work. They're chasing the pinfish.
Yeah.
I got to snap this weight off here and throw a couple of pinfish on here.
Might be worth a shot.
Free line it? Is that what he's suggesting?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
We'll do that. We'll free line it. Well, with that little float on there, though, yep, it's going to have one of them. Definitely. All I do is unsnap this a snap on here that holds these weights. And we'll pop that weight off there just like, if I can get it out of there. I had to fight this thing through the eye of that little weight. It's going to be just as much trouble getting it up there. There it went. Put that in the pocket because we treasure lead. All right, we've got still a piece of cut ladyfish on there. That's one of the smaller ladyfish I've got on that bottom hook right there. I just cut its head off and stuck it on there. I don't know if I can get it to hold still long enough. Little ladyfish head. And we'll stick a pinfish on that top hook. Never hurts to chill in the water a little bit. All right, so we got a little small
Yeah, there we go.
pinfish on that top hook. And then we got ladyfish on the bottom. These aren't very big baits. That's actually working like a topwater lure. I'm going to try jigging it through there. Let it settle and give it a little twitch every now and then.
Seems like those lights would draw the bait fish in for sure. So.
Oh God, dude, there's tons of them. But you don't pick a pinfish like the one I had on the top of that hook. Getting about 100 of those in the net is about like having 100 2-inch long channel cats in the net.
Oh man,
It is not fun. Yeah, I threw on one spot today, and I mean, absolutely got the mother load of pinfish. A bunch of them were 5-6 inches long, but there were hundreds of them in there that were 1 inch to 2 inch long, and I like to never.
Is there a preferred type bait down there where you're at?
Well, I mean, one of your best things to do, because think about, let's get off on this subject that you brought that up. You go to the Mississippi River, catfishermen and stuff, a lot of them are really, really secretive. You can ask them, you catch anything, and some of them will tell you yeah, some of them will tell you no, some of them are lying, most of them are lying. Because they're not going to tell you, oh yeah, man, this is my favorite spot and I'm killing it. They're not going to tell you that. Now, these old saltwater guys, you see one of these old guys down there, looks like he's got like his arms all mangled from working all his life, half his fingers are missing. He's got an old gray beard and scruffy, and if you go up and ask one of those guys, they will tell you everything you need to know. Like I said, the old man that came up on me today, he was actually an old veteran. And he's sitting there watching me. He goes, son, let me help you out. And he come over there and he tied on a couple of jigs. He said, watch this. He said, I'm not going to catch them for you. I'm going to show you how to do it. No. And he started bouncing those jigs along the bottom and was slamming those flounder. And I go, absolutely, man. And I followed his suit and I went up, started doing what he did. And man, I mean, it turned off pretty good.
Sounds like.
But that guy had no qualms whatsoever about sharing every bit of information that he knew.
And see, that's the way I've always tried to be, help other people catch more fish. But at the same time, when I was doing that, we was trying to get them to throw the big ones back,
Yeah. Well, see, in catfishermen, they'll give you tips on baits, rigs, stuff like that. But you're not going to find one that'll draw you a map to a spot.
Well, no.
The majority of them will not do that. Saltwater fishermen, the ones that fish along the piers and along the surf, the surf fishing, man, they will put you in the spot. I mean, they'll draw X on the ground and say, stand right there.
Nice.
But that's the older generation, though.
Right.
The old guys, they pass that information on because they know they're probably not long for this world, and they want to see something. Ooh, we got to tap it in. Just look at it. Something bumped it.
Danny, Greg Burgess says, if the reds are still there, put a piece of shrimp on the hook and let her rip.
Well, we've been throwing shrimp and the crabs are picking it off. But generally on those on the reds, if I'm targeting them with shrimp, I'll go to the bait store with an aerated tank, and I will buy live shrimp, and I will throw that shrimp out there on a cork, and you hook them through the head up there on what's called the horn, and it's a little spike on the front of their face there that will stick the crap out of you. But you hook them through that horn and you drop them out there on a cork, free floating. That is the golden ticket for those redfish.
Cool. Well, they sure look like they're fun to
But
catch.
this is only they are, man. But like I said, this is only we got here yesterday around 5:30. So I got to fish a little bit last night. Caught about 2 dozen hardhead catfish, 2 whiting, and 2 flounder. That the flounder were not keeper size though. They were around 7 to 8 inches, and they got to be 12. And so I thought, yeah, it's going to be great. But man, today it started off terrible, absolutely terrible. We got fireworks going off in the background.
Hey, you know, this is it's someplace, someone in America, this is their last weekend having 10 fingers.
That's right.
They don't know it yet, but it is their last weekend having all 10 fingers.
You know, talking about that, Josh, I remember one time when I was real small, I'm going to say 8, 9 years old. We went to a 4th of July party, and a guy had a Roman candle blow up in his hand.
Ooh.
And I since then, I never did. I mean, it's not that we didn't do a little bit of fireworks and stuff, but not very much. I just had great respect for that after I seen that happen, and just never really got into it.
Now we used to have bottle rocket wars every year, and
Oh yeah,
you know, if you'd start losing the bottle rocket war, you'd get a Roman candle and start shooting it at your buddy.
we was at another party when I was probably 15 or 16 years old or 17, and a guy was in there, and his mom and dad owned a Massey Ferguson dealership at the time, and he brought sacks full of fireworks and got in one of them pop bottle rocket wars, and one of them landed in that sack, and it went off right beside him. Crap was going everywhere. It was hilarious. Greg says
Yeah, I used to have a lot of, growing up as a kid, we did a lot of, growing up as a kid, had a lot of bottle rocket wars, mostly with my cousin One-Eyed John. He's the one that got started that.
Is that other rod getting Danny?
Hey, have you ever seen that, huh? Did that one get hit?
I thought it got hit, or you hit it with your foot. I wasn't sure.
No, I'm not anywhere near it right now. That's got a huge, what did I put on that? That's got a conker head on it. That's what was on there the first time it got hit, so I cut off another one and put another one on there.
Greg Burgess says he can't wait to get his boat going to fish his favorite holes in the swamp. It's totally different. I'm sure that's right.
Well, we was talking about the bottle rockets. Have you ever seen that video of that little wiener dog grabbed the Roman candle and ran through the crowd of people?
Yes, yes.
That's hilarious, man.
That's freaking hilarious. Yeah, wiener dog, they stuck in the ground and started going off the wiener dog, grabbed the Roman candle and ran towards the crowd. They were scattering.
I wish they still made them too.
I wish they did still make M80s.
Them and cherry bombs, all that stuff.
Oh, cherry bombs were the best. Those things would go off underwater.
Absolutely.
You'd light one of those things and flush it down.
No telling how many schools.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So
Yep,
you're one of those kids. Go to school.
Josh, do we have a
board? That was our board. Danny's
fish?
Danny's flounder was
Danny's flounder.
Okay, well, folks, don't forget, if you catch fish and you'd like to be put on the bragging board, send them to Josh, and he will get that up next week. I know there's people catching fish right now, so get them pictures in.
I'm gonna put the email address for the bragging board in the chat there, but it's pics at theweekendangler.com.
I really enjoy that part of our show, Josh.
I have fun with that. I like seeing what our viewers are catching.
I do too. That is actually Stacia never misses that. She'll be working around the house and listening while you guys' show's on. Of course, I'm watching it. She's listening. But as soon as the bragging board comes in, she stops what she's doing and runs in there and sits down in front of the screen because she wants to see the bragging board.
That was one of Josh's better ideas coming up with that, I have to say.
It's an absolutely fantastic idea.
You know, blind squirrel find a nut every once in a while. So
Yeah, that was a double nut. It's really an enjoyable segment that we do every week when we have the pictures put on.
I have fun with that. So
Well, we're going to try real hard the rest of the week. And I'm hoping we get the Koda on the bragging board next Monday. We're going to try.
I hope so too.
I know my grandson Bradley's with me. He fished with me a little bit in Florida the last time we went, but Koda, she was really into it. And Bradley's pretty pumped up. He's wanting to get out here and do some fishing this trip too. So
good deal.
He's got his rod all rigged up and ready to go. And like I said, I hope it works out when we get to do the podcast tomorrow with both the kids, because it's not about me tomorrow. It's about them. It's kids saltwater fishing. So they're gonna feature Brantley and Koda on that if the weather permits. It's not like me. I come out here, it's no big deal. But I will not, absolutely will not bring these kids out in pouring rain and lightning and stuff like that. It's just.
No, you need to make it a fun experience.
Koda's asked me several. Yeah, well, Koda's asked me several times. She goes, "How come I can't go out there when it's raining and lightning?" You go. I said, "Because I'm stupid."
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
I make sure she knows that is absolutely what I'm doing is not the right thing to do. It's 100%. I said, I'm teaching you what not to do when I do that.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see if I can free float this out there. Man, they are just busting topwater out there. It's just driving me insane when you see that. And it's like you can't do anything about it. I'm right smack in the middle of them and I have no interest in what I'm doing.
that thing might make a good keychain.
Pardon me, Josh?
Oh, that thing I printed, that thing I 3D printed earlier. I said it's not going to work on that trolling motor, but it might make a good keychain for somebody.
Heck yeah. No.
Well,
Danny, I'd like
to sell the early morning fish. Go ahead.
I said I'd like to stay and watch you fish a while, but I got a dog that is just wearing me out to go outside.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to finish it up. Christina's been alone with the feral children for 2 hours now, so.
Yeah, you got to do your part, man.
Yeah, she's about to tag out. And
Danny, we can't thank you enough for coming in here and taking us along with you tonight.
No problem. I wish we'd have caught more. I really do.
Well, that's why they call it fishing and not catching.
It was relaxing.
Exactly.
I mean, that just looked like the perfect spot to hang out.
Yeah, it's a great, the images and everything tonight, it looks like a beautiful spot to catch fish.
Mm-hmm.
And next time you go there, you may wear them out.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna bring what we think we need next time. This was just the exploratory trip to here. This is our first night in this area. And it kind of gave me some ideas of what I need to do. So we're going to be better prepared tomorrow night.
Can I make a suggestion?
Anytime, my friend, anytime.
Go get some more of them swim baits.
Oh, yeah.
I know it, man. Here's the thing. I need to head to the bait shop first thing in the morning, but I don't want to miss out on that early morning bite.
Right.
We'll definitely make a trip to the bait shop at some time. Although, that being said, most of the bait shops around here open at like 3 a.m. So
Oh,
Oh
wow.
I
crap!
just don't want to
Yeah, I
get
ain't doing none of that. I didn't know there was a 3 a.m. anymore.
Are
I'm on
you gonna be
vacation.
live
I have
tomorrow?
no desire to get up early.
Hell no. Well, thank you so much, Danny, for being on here with us tonight. We'll talk to you really soon. I want to thank all the folks that stayed in here and watched us. We're running a little over 2 hours right now,
Yep.
and
Had a good show
we
tonight.
yeah, it was a wonderful show with a great guest, and we all really enjoyed it. And don't forget to send your
Hit
pictures
that
in.
thumbs up button if you haven't done so tonight.
That's right. I mean, the
we
thumbs up.
don't get saltwater. We don't get saltwater very often, do you?
That's right, and it don't cost anything to do that. Thumbs up. It's free, kind of like subscribing and stuff like that. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. And you never know. Maybe we get Danny to come back on here with us again one of these days.
Yeah.
Good night, Jody. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to cut
Keep your
out of here,
eyes open
Dan.
all week because we're going to be down here. All right, brother. We'll see you.
See you, buddy.
Go ahead with what you're saying.
I said just keep your eyes open. I'm going to go get different stuff. And if we get on the fish, we'll definitely we'll have cameras rolling at all times. But if it gets really hot and heavy on them, and we'll go live. So just be expecting us to pop up at any time. If you don't see us, then it sucked.
All right, Danny. Talk to you soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.